You had a lot. You had lots of jobs. Waiter,
Yeah.
pianist in the Tropicana Motel. Dun, 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 dun. What are your memories of this period?
Well, you see, that was a hotel that was, you know, really a businessman's hotel when it started out. It was a $9 a night motel for like Fuller Brushmen and people who were been on the road for. It wasn't really a music hotel when I first came there, although it had been in the early 60s. It had fallen into this kind of, I don't know, the people who used to stay there were, you know, people, well, $9 a night is going to attract a certain crowd. And slowly it got a reputation for bands. A lot of bands started staying there. And I had a place in the back, and I was very happy back there. Fresh towels, clean-up maids. It was very nice. They painted the swimming pool black, was the last thing I remember they did there.
A black swimming pool is
a
something?
black swimming pool, yeah. That's like painting your teeth black so you don't have to brush them anymore. And I knew that it was really finished for me there.
You said, that's enough.
That's enough.
I can't stand it anymore. That's the drop, the last drop.
That was the last drop of Tabasco.
Yeah.
For me, yeah.
And then?
I moved to New York, and I lived in a lot of different places.
And have you been through really, really rough times in your life?
Lots of different kinds of times. Good times, bad times.
Rough?
Like everybody else. Yeah, I've been through some rough times.
What is a rough time?
Pow.
Pow?
Well, well, some of them were rough at the time, but as I remember them, they're actually kind of funny.
Because you said, I like things that are kind of falling apart.
Well,
do you feel that about yourself sometimes?
That I'm falling apart.
We all feel
right
that.
Here on the show.
Now here you are
Okay.
wonderful.
Falling apart. Well, you know, when you come from a broken home, I think you're always going to be attracted to things that are also broken. You're going to want to find something that's broken and try and put it back together. You're going to feel sorry for that broken radio or that broken guitar. You know, you will.
You will feel sorry, but are you going to try to fix it?
Yeah.
Or? Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
So, that's normal.
You went through a self-destructive period in your life, and, you know.
Gee, I don't know. Yeah, I guess perhaps I did. Yeah. So, but,
I mean, alcohol, drugs, you know.
everything, baby.
You tell.
I'm going to tell you right here where the camera's running, all the terrible things I did. You turn off the cameras and I'll tell you.
Okay, let's do it right now. Turn it off. Your lyrics talk about suicide, murder. How far do you allow yourself to go?
Not far enough.
I know you're still here.
Well, I think you have to let down the, you know, the biggest drawback to making these things really work is yourself. You really have to face your own inability to go forward. I think in stories and in songs, you get a little scared sometimes, or you're uninhibited, or you're nervous or worried, or you don't want to go too far from home, just like when you're a kid. You know? How far? I used to like have a fly a kite, I would get the kite till it was this big in the sky. I had like thousands and thousands of feet of string until the kite would disappear. And I could barely see
Even
it.
taking the risks to have it disappeared.
Yeah, and then when I cut the string,
Just cut.
and then I go look for it.
Mm.
And I go everywhere. I go 10 miles away into everybody's backyard, people I didn't know, and there were dogs that I didn't know, and there were strange neighborhoods, and I was just looking for my kite.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it sometimes. It was a big thrill to find a kite that was that small in the sky. I felt.
After cut it
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Have you ever been in therapy? No. What for?
You mean, have I gone to a psychiatrist?
You are shrink, someone to talk.
Yeah, I've been to a shrink.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm.
But it was, expensive.
Oh, for
Very
sure.
expensive.
They're very expensive. Yeah. You solve your problems, but you got, completely broken.
Bartenders are much cheaper.
What do you do when you want to escape? I mean, when you really want to get away from it all?
You know what I do? I get it up to about 90 on a wet road. It's curving at night. And I turn off the lights and slam on the brakes. The kids love it. They scream, they spin around.
Oh, God. And when you went to the shrink, could you define, the line between the insanity and that sort of balance that they try to sell us?
I don't know what the line is.
Do you?
I think that you go there so that they will draw the line for you. And you know the difference between...
And do you know?
My line is this. And then you can change the line anytime you want.
You can cheat on it sometimes.
Erase the line.
Any dream that something, any thought that you would like something, you imagine you're doing?
With going into space with a band. I'm going to write that up as a proposal.
Yeah. As we said,
I don't know what I would like to do that I'm not... I'd like to think that I can pretty much do what I would like, and as it occurs to me, I could find a way to make it happen. But dreaming of something, I don't know.
Maybe you don't have any.
I'm going to think about it, and then you have to come back.
I will.
Some of these things are hard to...
I promise I come back.
Okay.
And what can't you live without?
My wife, my kids, my family. She's a lapsed Catholic. She's from Illinois. She grew up on a farm. And, so she has her background in music is from her own. She invented herself from church music and Irish music, and she has her own mythology and has changed the way I hear music, because when I started working with her, I think she changed the way I hear things and see things, and I think has had a very big effect on the way I hear music. And so I think we complement each other.
But how has she influenced you?
Made me more rhythmic, more fearless, more percussive. Making instruments, the idea of make your own instruments. You don't have to play that if you don't like that. Make one yourself. Make one that sounds better. This sound. Put that in the song. You know? Do what you want. Have courage. Be bold. Be like a wizard. Be like Dr. Frankenstein. Make what you want. Wait for the storm. Put the wires on his neck and he'll get up and walk. And I believe it.
Weren't you before?
Wasn't I before? I think, you see, I think that, you know, we all grow and hopefully we grow strong, not always straight, but we grow stronger and then develop more courage about what we want to do with music or whatever. And before, I think I was more scared. And see, I was like an old man in the corner with too much wine. You boys want?
Dally, we gotta see Dally.
Billy.
Just tell him it's Pony Boy and Johnny, man. He'll come. Come on.
E agora com vocês, a última parte dessa nossa entrevista com o músico, ator e poeta Tom Waits.
Have you mellowed?
Well, you see, I don't know. I don't really like to think of myself as having mellowed, but
Well,
I mean, mellow is usually the word that it's when, I don't know, it usually means that you've quieted down, and I think I'm getting louder.
no, I don't think you are quite done. You are so restless, you know. You are always in the creative process. You can't stop. Is it easy to work with her? I mean, you discuss how it works.
Yeah, we discuss everything. With music, you need sometimes someone just to push you. Push you into the water. You have to go. You need someone also to be able to say to you, this is shit that you wrote. This is nothing.
Yeah.
You wrote this 1,000 times. This is really just
Don't repeat it.
trash. Get rid of it.
And you listen to her.
You have to respect someone enough to know that they're giving you constructive criticism, and I do the same for her.
Sure. You've been married 3 times.
I've been married 3 times.
Am I wrong? Did I miss something?
No, I don't know who told you I was married 3 times.
No?
No, I've only
Less?
been married once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No other women in it?
No.
No?
No, right out of, no.
Maybe you forgot your past.
No, I didn't forget. No, married 3 times. Who told you that I was married 3
Oh, I
times?
don't know. Who
Where did
cares?
that come from?
When did you find out the poetry, you know, that you could write your feelings and...
Well, I've been writing songs for a long time, but my early songs, I can't even listen to my early songs. I said like baby pictures for me. I just say, oh boy, you just, whew.
Why?
And then I got more mature. And just because I'm like so very naive, if you look at the things that you wrote when you were very, very young, you say, well, this is so naive and, you know, so.
Innocent.
Yeah. That was before I had my bioflesh regenerator. And so now that I've got my bioflesh regenerator, I'm capable of much more.
I'm another man.
Yeah. I like, I like my coffee in the morning. I make the coffee. That's always a big moment.
Review in your songs
Okay.
and the moment.
Okay.